Truly Like Lightning?
I think that, what I've done here is I've written a character that's almost foreign to me. What I talk about, that faith, having that faith, and he does things that are very problematic in our current cultural climate. And what I'd want to take away from that is not a kind of a knee-jerk judgment of this person. What I wanted to do was write him from the inside out, write these people from the inside out. They're all doing, each one of them are doing certain problematical things, certain things that might make you, in the dreaded words of Hollywood, unlikable. So I would want you to get to the end of this book and think, you know what, I probably would hate this guy if you described him to me. But now that I've been in his head for 450 pages, I'm ambivalent. I'd want ambivalence. I'd want empathy. That's kind of what I want us all to have empathy, even for the problematic people.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it actually is funny because even that last speech of Maloof, you start finding empathy there too. There are definitely traces of that. I want to get to some questions because people had a bunch of really great questions for you. So,
well, what's interesting, this is the first event that I've done where it's possible that people would have read the book, and that's always a different feeling. So I don't want to say, if you haven't read the book, don't ask me a question, but I look forward to it once people have read it, because then it's a different kind of a conversation.
Well, one of the questions that sort of leapt out at me was from Kathy Glinsky, because this is sort of what you were saying at what you were just talking about, saying she was asking, was it difficult to present these characters without judgment, and their choices? Did it alter the way that you taught that you told the story?
Well, I mean, I created a character who does a couple of the most heinous things that human beings can do in our current conception of morality. The second one being, he seriously considers killing his own child, and yes, I wanted to make that person believable and understandable. And my point is that we are all living in let's say this is a predominantly Christian culture. We are coming out of Abraham and Isaac in the Old Testament, where we have the original story of a father who's called upon by God to sacrifice his son for no reason at all. This is an innocent. And then we have the iteration of that in Christ and God figures, where you have God the Father sacrificing, killing his own son, crucifying, torturing his own son. So there's something, deeply woven into our, if not our consciousness, our questioning. And there's so much about the patriarchy that's been going on for the last 4 years. And I thought, well, this is at the heart of it. There's fathers killing sons at the heart of our stories. And I wanted to kind of investigate that. I'm not sure if that answers your question, but I'm not sure I even ever said that out loud. That's another thing that somebody collaborating with me might say.
I